Hi, friends. I'm very conscious that I use a whole lot of words. Sometimes I have this strange image of my mouth going like this, wham, 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 always talking, always throwing out words, and you poor people have to listen to it. Yeah, I mean, always trying to collect my thoughts, getting the right words, and we need words to understand your thoughts, need to think in order to put words together. I'm a wordsmith, okay? So that's one of the hazards of the occupation, so to speak, okay? But words, I mean, they can be important, right? I mean, after all, in Genesis 1, wow, you know, God spoke everything into existence. And then, of course, we see that in John chapter 1 that Jesus himself is that word that brought in everything into existence. So words are very important. Um, on the other hand, words can be dangerous too, because we see that right after God created the heavens by his spoken word, that the snake slithered into the garden and spoke lies, right? And ever since then, uh, you like can't take everything by word, can you? I mean, because words can be destructive as well as constructive, and um, and words also can be meaningless. We just jabber all along, and you know, and really don't bring any meaning at all to it. But we see this in the gospel, don't we? Where you've got the Pharisees and the Herodians, by nature enemies, but their common enemy was Jesus, so they came to him to try to trip him up by words, sly and crafty words. Is it lawful for us to pay the census tax to Caesar or not? And of course, Jesus responds with a even more crafty response that exposed both their um, hostile intentions, but also answers their questions. Okay, render unto Caesar what is Caesar, unto God and unto God. So there we have a conflict of words. Of course, Jesus um, uses words properly, and, and yet we get to the apostle. It's very fascinating. He said that when we came to Thessalonians, we didn't come by word alone. Isn't that interesting? But he came in power and in the Holy Spirit, um, with all um, sincerity. It's, um, and conviction, I think, is the word, right? Wow. I thought about that. I spent a lot of time putting homilies together and putting these pastorgrams together, yapping all the time. But what I really, really, really long for is to see the work of Holy Spirit working in all of us. That He would loosen our tongues and our mouths um, to utter His praises, like we see in Psalm, of telling about the glorious things God has done in my life, and us to be so excited about talking about Jesus and praising God for uh, His great and mighty deeds, and that He's working among us, and we'll all say, "Wow, that's God," you know. Um, so we want to be even more than just word here. Words are good, but we want words that are just utterly inspired by the Holy Spirit, um, of praise for what God is doing among us. So that is our pastorgram for today. I am looking forward to seeing you and church on Sunday. God bless.